Mini episode 1662 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1662, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 5 of the 2023 NFL season, as well as a look at Week 6 of the college football season. We start with our picks right now for the college football playoff. 1 Georgia, 2 Michigan, 3 Texas, 4 Florida State. The next 4 in are 5 USC, 6 Ohio State, 7 Penn State, 8 Washington. For last week's college picks, we are 1-0, bringing us to 13-5-1 on the season. By the way, we're coming off a 25-15 season in 2022. Here's what we've got for this week. Oklahoma plus 5.5 over Texas. In the NFL, we're going for our 4th season since 2016 of being profitable, i.e. above 52.4%, picking every game of the season. Last week, we were 8-8, 2-1 on the Big Three, and 1-0 on the lock for the season. It's 28, 33-3, 6-5-1 on the Big Three, 2-2 on the lock. Cleveland, Seattle, Tampa Bay, and the Chargers are on the bye. Here's our picks for this week. Washington minus 6 over Chicago. Jacksonville plus 5.5 over Buffalo. Houston plus 1.5 over Atlanta. Detroit minus 9.5 over Carolina. Tennessee plus 2.5 over Indianapolis. New Orleans plus 1 over New England. Miami minus 12.5 over the New York Giants. Philadelphia minus 4.5 over the LA Rams. Denver minus 2.5 over the New York Jets. Kansas City minus 3.5 over Minnesota. And Dallas plus 3.5 over San Francisco. For our Big Three, it's Baltimore minus 4.5 over Pittsburgh. And Cincinnati minus 3 over Arizona. And in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 5, it's Green Bay plus 1.5 over Las Vegas. Here's the top 10 in our power rankings for this week. 1 Philly, 2 San Fran, 3 Buffalo, 4 Dallas, 5 Miami, 6 KC, 7 Baltimore, 8 Detroit, 9 Seattle, 10 LA Rams. Here's our bottom 5. New York Jets 28, 29 is the New York Giants, 30 Arizona, 31 Carolina, 32 Chicago. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy over managing. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys you go with as long as you're confident that they'll be playing, keeping in mind that some won't be playing this week. QB, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, and Tua. Running back, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, and Jonathan Taylor. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, C.D. Lamb, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle. Tight end, Mark Andrews, T.J. Hawkinson, Travis Kelce, and George Kittle. Remember, our Thursday night game picks and fantasy recommendations are up every week on our Twitter page at the FDH Lounge. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 5 QBs, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, Geno Smith, and C.J. Stroud. We like 15 running backs, Devon Achane, Tyler Algier, Matt Breida, James Cook, Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Zach Moss, Raheem Mostert, Isaiah Pacheco, Dameon Pierce, Tony Pollard, DeAndre Swift, and Javonte Williams. We like 18 wide receivers: Jordan Addison, Tutu Atwell, Nico Collins, Nathaniel Dell, Zay Flowers, T. Higgins, DeAndre Hopkins, Jerry Jeudy, Christian Kirk, DJ Moore, Puka Nacua, Chris Olave, George Pickens, Michael Pittman, Calvin Ridley, Courtland Sutton, Adam Thielen, and Garrett Wilson. And we like 4 tight ends: Evan Engram, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts, and Darren Waller. Thank you for joining us for this week's FDH Football Preview Show.